All right, welcome to our first playoff week. It is the wild card weekend.
Wildcard, bitches.
And
You again.
it's me again. It's me again.
You, Brian.
What are you reading this week?
When I'm trying to read
The
the top 500 greatest albums of all time.
You don't have time to do that.
I don't. That's why I skipped straight to number one. And it's What's Going On by Marvin Gaye and Rolling Stone. Garbage.
No,
Garbage.
is that really what?
It is. That's the greatest album.
What was number two?
Oh, come on. It's just through the magazine over there.
Sorry, it's probably like the Beatles or probably.
Now I got it.
It's probably The Wall.
No, it's so let's do the top 10 real quick.
All right.
Number two, the Pet Shop Boys. No. Number two, the Beach Boys, Pet Sounds.
Okay.
Number three, Joni Mitchell, Blue. Number four, Stevie Wonder, Songs in the Key of Life.
Great album.
Number five, the Beatles, Abbey Road. Number six, Nirvana, Nevermind.
Okay.
Yeah. Number seven, Fleetwood Mac, Rumors. That's influential.
Yeah.
Number eight, Prince and the Revolution, Purple Rain. I mean, I can't agree with it.
No.
Number nine, Bob Dylan, Blood on the Tracks. And number 10, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill.
Nuh-uh. You're lying. You're lying.
I swear, I'm not lying. Look, number 10.
Number 10 of all time.
Number 10 is what it says. Yeah.
Here's
the 10 right there.
I mean, I like that album, but it's probably like more like 100.
I haven't pulled that album out to listen to it in like 10 years. So that speaks for itself. Number 11 is the Beatles, Revolver. Like that's maybe, or Michael Jackson, Thriller, you know?
Okay, put it away. Put it away.
Rolling Stone. I'm just saying these are all Public Enemy, The Clash.
I can't even listen to it anymore.
Right. What I'm trying to say is those albums are better than Lauryn Hill. I'm not saying Lauryn Hill's album's not bad or not great, but it's not top 10 of the whole all time.
It's like 100.
Yeah, the people in that album, they're making the rankings. It's a sample size, whatever. Everybody's going to disagree with it, but Marvin Gaye, What's Going On is not number one.
So what is that? What is that? A first place Guinness?
Yes, it is, Brian. Toast. Cheers. Courage.
I got coffee.
Yeah, it's close enough. That's a Funkle.
Yeah.
What's that say? Like a dad? What?
It's like a dad.
Only cooler, handsome, and exceptional. That's pretty good.
Funkle.
Well, cheers. Courage.
Cheers. Yeah, I'm drinking coffee to try and like do more research for next year. You're drinking a Guinness because you made it to the promised land.
I coasted.
The playoffs. You coasted.
I didn't coast. I squeaked in.
Yeah, you kind of backed into first place.
How'd I back in?
I don't know. You didn't really finish the year strong.
1, 2. Sure, I did. I crushed Ed Lager.
Well, that week doesn't even really count.
What do you mean? I had to win. If I didn't beat Ed Lager, I was being the whole junk mess with Bigler and them.
You had to win, but look what he had. Ed Lager, and Gags barely had a team to put out there.
Hey, man, Ed Lager had a better team than you guys. He didn't trade all his stuff away.
Yeah, you're right about that. He wouldn't trade anybody.
Nah, and I can't help he only scored like 80 points.
Yeah.
I got 200 plus.
Abysmal.
Yeah. But hey, you know what I got for that? DeAndre Hopkins out for the year.
Yeah, that's a tough pill to swallow.
I don't see any of these other guys with their guys out for the year. Let's see Craig perform with Deontay Johnson out for the year.
Hey, at least you have a week for the rest of your team to heal up.
I know, but I looked
at your lineup. I know. I looked at your lineup. Literally all Qs.
And 1 O.
Wait, are you into QAnon?
I am.
Are you like Q?
Courage, Brian. That's courage with a Q.
Courage.
That's right.
Welcome to the Wildcard weekend. I'm a Hillbillies on PCP, Tonto Bowl 6 champ, here with
Matt Dentling, Tonto Bowl 1 and 3, and Yinzer Jags, Tonto Bowl 16 champ. And hey, maybe the Tonto Bowl 19 champ if I'm lucky.
Maybe. Hey, you made it to the big dance. So congratulations to you. Congratulations to Crick on his bye. Congratulations to Josh in third place. Who's in fourth? Craig? No,
I think so.
Was it Craig?
Did you say Josh third?
Yeah, Josh got third.
Oh, wow.
Do you know the standings of our league?
No, I got to buy, Brian. What do I need to know?
I know. Well, anyways, Craig, Bigler, Tree, congratulations to all of you. And I'm happy to say that since I'm on the outside looking in, the furthest we have to drive east is Crick.
And I would not be upset about that. He has a hot tub. There's a cool down White Claw Studios. It's like Abbey Road, man.
I thought you were gonna say he has a hot tub and a hot wife.
Hey, man, his wife, his business.
His wife, his life.
There you go. His wife, his life. I like it.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind going there. Although Crick already has a championship, I don't want to see him get another one. So we'll get into that later.
What are you eating?
Tortilla chips.
You should eat those a lot.
Oh, I love tortilla chips.
Looks like alien poop.
They're blue. They're blue chips. Although they're not really blue, but I mean they use blue corn.
Gotcha.
Anyway,
once again,
what's that?
Once again, what aliens poop out? Blue corn.
Do they?
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that.
I've been visited.
I was gonna say you have been like cut off from like the rest of the civilized world for a while now, so it surprised me.
It's true.
You're not really in touch with reality right now.
No, Blue is our leader. Yeah, runs out, and he's monitoring us and human civilization from afar. He's got progress reports. With the occasional pee on somewhere where he's not supposed to.
Yeah.
Because he can't control that. He's part dog. So,
I mean, since I stayed overnight there, after the concert, I'm guessing he must have a report on me.
He probed you. You just didn't know.
Yeah, I didn't feel it. Didn't feel a thing.
He's good. You heard heavy breathing. You saw him on the couch. That's because he was done with you.
He's a professional.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Gentle.
Gentle. Soft fur. So rough with paws, but what are you gonna do?
All right. Do you have any unfinished business, sir?
Yeah, sure. I got unfinished business. Let's see here. Well, Craig, you probably didn't watch the recap.
I've checked out.
At least you're honest.
Yeah.
You didn't watch it this week or last week.
No, I do want to watch the Crick episode.
All right. Well, he called us out on the recap this week, and he said that our podcast, just two guys in a car, was the worst one he's ever heard.
Wow.
Yeah, he said it was awful. He said that
start reviewing his.
I mean, yeah, he basically said, how do you play Wilson Phillips? Hold on, and I make a Harold and Kumar reference. He said also that we didn't call him out like the week before. I saw it. He basically ripped you and Bigler a new one real bad about the trades you made, and mostly you, but it was a good like 30 minutes.
Wow.
Of him ripping into you guys. And
now I need to go back and listen.
Yeah, just talking about how shitty you are of a person.
Nuh-uh.
I swear to you. Yeah, he was just like, this isn't fair to the league. You're doing all this stuff it's not like it doesn't reward you or whatever. He's like, you're taking on all these players, you're only gonna keep two. Basically it was very long. And he was shitting on you basically.
Well, I mean that's his prerogative. I mean,
right.
I'm playing for next year, and like I've said before, my goal is to get as many usable players for next year. Keep the best two, trade the others away, get some draft picks. It might work, it might not, but you know what?
Yeah.
I think the trade was actually pretty fair. I mean, he got a little bit more, but I'm really excited to keep Darren Waller in the 8th round. I can't wait. TJ Hawkins, dead to me for now.
Yeah, he basically it all boiled down to him being pissed off that you traded Kamara to Bigler, and basically he thinks, you gave Bigler the championship because of that. And because he had Kamara before and he knows what he's capable of with JT Taylor and Uncle Lenny.
He does have a stacked team.
Right. So he just basically, you gave him all the power.
Hey,
I think he pretty much compared you to if we had to go to World War II terms, he basically accused you of being a Nazi leading 6 million Jews into a shower.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? It's not like I didn't get anything back for Kamara. I got a good value for Kamara. I got a good keeper value.
Well, it's debatable to him.
Oh, yeah, to him. Again, would I have made the same trade to Craig? Of course not. Even if he had Darren Waller, I wouldn't have made the same trade. I'm not gonna. Wouldn't do it.
Wow.
Nope, never.
That's pretty harsh right there. That's telling Craig to shove it.
Yeah, I don't. It's really, really hard to trade with the Wizard. Really hard.
Well, tell me about it. Sometimes you make a trade and it screws up your whole season.
Yeah, mental health issues.
Mental health issues. I'm like, DeAndre Hopkins is out. Please come back, Ridley. Please come back.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah. And I don't know. Unfinished business wise. Not really. Craig went to see the.
I saw that. The Transformers,
whatever, the Transformer band.
Yeah,
that's what they're called.
I watched that clip.
Did you? I didn't think it was good.
Yeah, I didn't either. I thought it was kind of like kitschy, like they have a shtick.
I felt the same way as I did when I watched the all-girl band that was opening up for Jack White. Unmoved.
Yeah, unmoved. Yeah.
So, but I get the shtick about the Transformers and not. Hopefully, they're rocked out a lot better in that video portrayed. And Craig was really close up to him.
Yeah.
He had in the recap, he has a tote bag with it on. It looks like the Transformers symbol, but there's a little for the jaws. It's just not straight lines. It's like teeth and stuff. But so that's, I think that's what we got.
Do they play their own music or are they covers? Do you know?
I don't. I think they play their own music. I'm sure they play something with the Transformers as well, like the theme song cartoon.
Yeah. I mean, I thought their outfits looked awesome.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah.
So there was a tour with them. Before I think COVID was canceled everything. Craig could probably correct this if I'm wrong. It was the Transformer band, and the other band that was opening for him was the Oakley Dokley band, and they were all Ned Flanders.
No way.
Yeah. So I mean, that right there probably made Craig jizz his pants.
Oh, absolutely.
Without even being able to leave the apartment.
Yeah.
But I don't think they opened for them this time. I think because of COVID, everything got screwed up. Much like a lot of the NFL season going on right now with the Browns, the Rams and stuff going crazy.
Yeah. Like I said, I haven't really been dialed in too closely. Are there several players on these teams that are just completely out?
There are currently 11 starters on the Cleveland Browns that are out including Baker Mayfield. Yeah, including Baker Mayfield. There's tons of Rams, including Odell Beckham, a bunch of other people I can't remember. And sprinkled, I guess, here or there out throughout the league. But and the coach of Cleveland Browns, that Stefanski guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, seems to be coming a lot more frequent than before.
Are they definitely out for Sunday, or they have a chance to play?
They're definitely out.
Okay. I didn't know if there's enough time that they could test, negative twice.
No shot, man.
That is rough. That's really rough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. It's weird too, because it's you would think that they've got all their protocols and procedures in place that they wouldn't be getting this as much, but all at once, all of a sudden, everybody's getting it. Right.
Well, they don't have to. They're not mandated to have the shot. So
right.
It's just the way they're risking it, the gamble.
Yeah.
But they were saying, they made a good point. So this is the regular season. Money is money, but if you're in the playoffs, and let's say you're at the NFC Championship game, if Tom Brady has COVID, do you think they're going to tell him to stay out? No.
Don't they have to? Isn't
They're just he's going to say, I don't feel well, and they're not going to test him.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So he's going to be on that field. He might be coughing a fit. And then once this day it's over, everybody's going to be like, half the team has COVID.
But don't they just have like a regular schedule that they're testing people?
Oh, they do. But I'm saying if it's a star player,
They might turn a blind eye.
yeah, it's going to be Tom Brady. Keep on walking. We're going to say you got tested because it's the money, Brian. It's the revenue.
You're right. You're right.
Are you gonna watch the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the playoffs with Blaine Gabbert as the backup quarterback?
Well,
they lost already.
Not only that, but it's like, Brady obviously wants to like build his legacy, and
right,
add on to it. So he doesn't want to get tested, especially like, let's just say you're asymptomatic, you're vaccinated and you feel great, but you test positive.
Right.
Then you have to sit. Yeah. So I get that. But are these players symptomatic or are they asymptomatic? Do you know?
No, I don't know. I didn't go that far.
Yeah.
I just read the headlines. I don't read the story.
Well, thankfully for you, you got the bye.
Yeah, it's not really COVID related. None of my stuff's COVID related except for Alexander Madison. Everybody else is just hurt.
Oh, geez.
So I need the bye.
You'd need the bye.
I don't know what's going to happen as far as my players. If one's hurt for the other year or for the year, more are going to be hurt for the year, for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or what. I have to be really calculated with my last 2 transactions.
Yeah. And what's your take, since we're on unfinished business, what's your take on the additional trainees?
I don't think I want them. If it's just for COVID related, I don't care. To me, that's bullshit. Bouge league shit.
Bush league.
Yeah, bougie bush league shit.
Bougie
and
bush
fab.
league.
Josh is like, can I get some more fab? No, shut up, Josh. Shut up. Man up. You blew your wad. It's not like if you blow your wad at the casino, it's not like some guy's gonna hand you $500 and say, here you go, buddy. You'll make it back. No problem. Shut up, Josh. Shut up anybody else that agrees with him too. We didn't do this last year.
No, and we won't do
transactions or fab.
I agree. And I don't think we should start now.
Right. And I didn't hoard my fab like a junkie all year for you to come in with $80 to blow me out of the water.
Exactly.
I would have bid $75 in Elijah Mitchell way back then if I knew I could get away with it.
And I don't know how many people have trainees. A lot of trainees left. I know True Size has 0, of course. No, Big doesn't have very many. What about Crick?
Everybody has like 2 or 3 left, I think.
Okay, so it's kind of an even playing field.
Right. They just don't have fab.
Yeah, gotcha.
So
yeah. Although I will say we're kind of jumping topics, but I'm on board with what Bean said. Trading fab in the future, including fab with your trades. Love it.
I'm not. That's a whole Pittsburgh Pirates thing right there. I'm going to give you international trade money for the trade. I don't like that at all.
Oh. All right. My other unfinished business is I love how the seeding played out. I will say this. Don't take offense to this, but I think that Bigler and Josh probably deserve the bye weeks in terms of their teams and their points.
What? Go fuck yourself.
Yes, Bigler.
Fuck yourself, Chappie.
They deserve the buys. They
do not deserve. I have a better record. That's all that matters. Me and Jimbo have a better record.
You do, and you're lucky that you're gonna get that bye. But
I already got my $50, man.
Yeah, 55.
Is it 55? I thought Craig said 50, 55, $50. Whatever. I get it back.
Yeah. But I'm really excited with how the seeding played out because my dream Tonto Bowl of Josh versus Bigler can still play out. It can still play out.
Wow.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Well, I hope you're
Tonto Bowl. So if that were the case, I'm kind of going down the rabbit hole, but that means you would probably end up playing Bigler next week if both of them win. Right?
Is that true?
Because he's a lower seed.
Okay.
Yeah. So you end up playing Bigler, and then Josh would end up playing.
I mean, I am rooting for Tree Size so hard, pulling hard for him so hard. Pull it out, Tree Size.
He could do
Miracles
it.
can happen.
Yeah, he could do it. Anything could happen.
Anything can happen. I want to play Jimbo in the championship, 1 versus 2.
Yeah. Well,
I can't play Craig. Apparently, Craig said it's not possible with the seating. So
well,
if I can't play, I'll play Jimbo.
all right. Are you ready to get into some of this other stuff?
Yeah, of course I am.
Okay. Let's
Oh, hey.
what's up?
Craig also said that.
I'm just sharing my
Oh,
screen.
okay. Craig also said that using our children as an excuse for putting out a poor product is beneath us.
Well, because we're in the car and everything?
Because you had to go pick up your kid and I had to get back to my kid.
Hey, it's reality. It's not excuses, it's reality.
He doesn't understand.
No.
He's got all the time in the world.
He's busy playing with Transformers.
That's right. What a dick.
Yeah, he's at the furry Transformer convention.
Craig would be at the furry Transformer convention.
I know what happens to those places.
Oh, do you?
I mean, from the internet, I've heard.
From the internet. That's sure. I know a lot of things from the
internet. All right, let's get into. Let's start off real quick, since we're in the playoffs here, first week. Let's take a look at the standings real quick, just to take a peek at where everybody stands. Give me 1 second here. Let's get an overview of this league.
You're gonna tell me Disco and Shawshank deserve the buys. Meanwhile, Jim and I are both 10-4 and they're 8-6.
Yes. Well, let's see here. You know what? Maybe I retract Disco, but I'm gonna stand by Josh. He has you and Crick by over 100 points each. But I will say this: I never thought Josh would actually finish third. I mean, I thought the best he was going to do is fifth. So he leapfrogged all the way to third.
Yeah. And he plays. So Josh plays Tree.
Yes.
And Disco plays Craig.
Yes.
Man.
And look at that. You want to talk about backing into the playoffs? Look at that. Disco on a 3-game losing streak. Possum Magic on a 3-game losing streak. Now that's backing into the playoffs. Ouch.
That is backing into the playoffs. You're correct.
And Dub C, look at that. With his two wins there, he's knocking on that playoff door. He almost made it.
Yeah, he needed to score like another 200 points.
Yeah, that's true.
Look at you. You're 5-9. That's a fraudulent 5-9, but
it's very fraudulent. I ended with a 2-game winning streak. I love it.
That's right.
All right, let's go and take a look at some of these trannies of the week. Was there a little bit of was there a bidding war? Yes, there was.
Yeah,
would you like to introduce this?
Sure would. All right. All about the Benjamins, baby.
Yeah.
The what we have here, we got one player only was bid on. That was Rashad Penny. That $0 whore, as Bigler referred to him as, Shawshank Athletics, trying to squeak in there and get him. Disco put up $3.
Yeah.
Because Jimbo had $2, and I put up $69 because Disco had $69 and I had a higher waiver priority than him.
Oh, nice.
So the winning offer was my $69, and I have Rashad Penny as the result.
Sure, that's why not?
Is it a league winner? Probably not. But I said to myself, if Rashad Penny's going to go off, it's not going to be against me.
That's right. He'll either be on your team or he'll be on your bench.
That's right.
Very
Josh.
I like the move. I mean, clearly you could have saved $66, but you didn't know that. You didn't know how Bigler wanted him.
That's right. So he can outbid me now if he wants for whatever player.
Yeah, Bigler is stacked in the running back department. So I didn't really
stop you.
What's that?
Shouldn't stop him if you wanted him.
Right. So maybe he's holding on I like your move because you know what? Just because he's in the wild card weekend, he's got to make everything count. So he could have gone all in. So good. It's a good bid. Any other pickups that are worth pointing out? Any other money pickups?
No money pickups.
Everything
Just-
else is free agent pickups.
Yeah, Josh picked up Donovan Peoples-Jones. Not
Okay.
sure what he's planning on doing with him, but he picked him up. Let's
Okay.
see here.
Let's see here. Do we talk about all the trades? Yeah,
Did
we talked about all the trades. It's all over.
Yeah. It's all over.
uh,
Um,
I have to say the waiver wire was very boring this year. Do you have to go get Finn?
nah, Brogan's taking care of it. I can just hear him. He's crying up a storm. He's been like, he got his shots at the doctor's yesterday.
Yeah.
And he like slept almost the whole day and most of the night too. So I think today's like the revenge.
Right. He's like
the revenge tour.
Yeah, the revenge tour. I love it.
Basically. So he's not happy.
Mm-hmm. Any other comments about trannies? You okay?
Yeah, just like it's
Okay.
very loud.
If you need to go check,
Nah.
check on, go for it.
No, I gotta check on him. If I check on him, I won't. It'll be like you with Nola on our it's Friday nights. When we're back for an hour, I'm just gonna stare at a chair.
That's right. And they'd be like, all right, I guess we're done.
Right.
Yeah, the waiver wire to me this year was kind of a bust. I mean, overall, it was kind of boring.
Really? I'm pretty sure there's good stuff people are bidding on left and right.
Like, maybe there were weeks. It just feels like it's been forever since there have been like a really good bidding war. Let's see here.
Because a lot of people blew their trannies so fast.
I guess. Okay, Daryl Williams there. That one had a lot of offers. That's where Shawshank used pretty much everything he had.
Yeah.
Yeah, Damian Williams. That's whenever I spent all that money and barely even got to use the guy. I actually didn't really get to use him.
Oh, that's right. COVID happened and then Khalil Herbert took over.
Cordarrelle Patterson might have been the best pickup of the year.
Oh, really? Well, Eli Mitchell there has who bid on Cordarrelle Patterson? Did I bid on that?
Disco. He got him for 31.
Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't even bid on him. Eli Mitchell was the best. Look at that.
No way, dude.
He got 7 people bidding on him.
No, I know, but I'm saying the best value for the year.
No, if you're looking for value, I'm looking at like bidding.
Oh yeah, that's true. Eli Mitchell pretty much 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people bid. No, 7. You're right. No, 8. 1, 2, 3. 8 people. 2, 3/4 of the league bid on that guy. But yeah, I guess this is more of a recap thing, but I'm gonna say Cordarrelle Patterson was the waiver wire pick of the year.
It's the waiver wire darling.
Yes.
I would have never thought like a 30-year-old guy would be like, come out of nowhere.
But seriously, look, these are all the ones that had like, fab offers, like multiple bids. Like there's really nothing that jumps off the page that was like, oh man, look at that.
Right.
Kind of like ho-hum. All right.
Maybe Cordarrelle Patterson will be like a Disney movie later on.
Okay, I like that.
And Dennis Quaid can play him like he did that relief pitcher for Tampa Bay. It doesn't matter if he's black or white. Dennis Quaid. Or Randy Quaid, whichever one is.
Who you doing? Dennis Quaid or Randy Quaid? There's a big difference.
Which one's the good looking one?
Dennis.
Okay, Dennis Quaid. Randy Quaid's the one that went into the spaceship for Independence Day, right?
Yes.
The drunk. All right. Yeah.
Isn't he the one that did Dumb and Dumber?
No, that's Jeff.
Daniel.
I don't know, guy. Jeff something.
Yeah. Okay.
No, he's Randy Quaid is
Oh.
the shitter's fool.
Yeah, Eddie, cousin Eddie.
Cousin Eddie.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Iconic role.
Yeah.
Clark.
All right, sir. We have to decide which is going to be the matchup of the week.
Uh, God, it's just over Springfield, man.
5 versus 4.
Yeah, I think so.
I think so too. I think it's going to be a better matchup.
There's already trash talk, spit going back and forth.
Yeah.
Bigler's basically telling him to go fucking he's going to rip his head off and shit down his throat.
Did he say that already?
No, but pretty much he's definitely got a lot of bite to his words.
Oh yeah.
And Craig's saying stuff like the 5th seed has won the championship 3 times, and every time it was me.
I know.
So he's like, look out, you're done. So there a lot of vitriol going on between them. And Shawshank and Possum are just real quiet behind the scenes right now.
Agreed. Yes. Josh just likes to make little quick comments to like piss people off, which I like. I appreciate.
He likes to get in there, and then he runs away. He's a little bitch. Like with his fighting style, he'll run around you for a long time and throw a little punch in and then keep on running, and wants to hopefully tire you out.
Gotcha.
He never really gets in there with the Dukes and goes hard on the inside like UFC, like hit the ribs.
Yeah.
He's like just praying that he's playing against an out of shape person and that he can keep up. But we know in real life that Josh couldn't do that.
Yeah, he's
Josh is not in shape himself.
What's the little guy's name on Mike Tyson? What's the little Mac? He's like
Mac. Yeah, theoretically in his head he's like Mac, but he's like what's the one on I'm not gonna call him the hippo guy.
I know who you mean. Yeah.
But it's just an out of shape guy for boxing terms. Not claiming that I'm in shape myself, but if we had to see who could dance around in the boxing gym in a circle for longer, I think I would win.
All right. When we get into this, which team do you want to introduce?
For Possum Magic, or I'll introduce Possum Magic versus Josh.
All right, let's do it. Ready? Hold on.
Talk about playoffs, Brian. Playoffs. Wow, I can't believe we're here. Week 15. Week 15. How time has flown.
And now,
is it Stranger Things season 5?
No. This is actually some NFL films, but it feels like it's a good start. It's a good start.
Oh, I like it. Groovy.
Wait, this is like the Wild Wild West. We've boys, we're here. We're in the playoffs. It's official. This is normally we were already 2 weeks into the playoffs because we'd be in week 2 of the playoffs, but not this year. We had that extra week, and for the wild card weekend, Josh made it 3rd place. Possum made it barely 6th place on that 3-game slide. One more week and Bean would have been in there, but Possum made it. He made it to the big dance, and they're our first wild card matchup of the 19th Tonto's Demise season.
I like it.
Any introductory comments, Mr. Delling?
Possum Magic comes in fighting with everything he's got. He's 8-6. Who would have thought the last place 6 seed would be an 8-6 team? Usually it's a 6-7 or something like that.
That's true. That's true.
He is with a winning record. There's 4 teams that have 8-6.
Yeah.
There's no 6. There's no up and down. It's all the same. It's just points. That never happens.
Mm-mm.
And he's in the wild card. He's laughing. He's doing his calculations from the east side of Pennsylvania and Mechanicsburg or Gettysburg or wherever the hell he lives, trying to swindle a win out of here and beat Josh. Keep the mojo going, mojo rising. Hoping, praying. Thinking he's like, I just don't want to go back to Johnstown for 1 hour or 2 hours and just drive back again. I want to have it over there in Evansburg or whatever, some burg.
Well, he has a really, really steep hill to climb. I mean, it is Mount Everest in terms of with these matchups. And I mean, it's any given Sunday, but Josh has got to be licking his chops.
True. Great movie, by the way, Any Given Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
The game of inches, Brian.
To Josh's credit, he has not really done any trades this year. He built this team from the draft.
from the ground up, plus three
ground.
lovely keepers.
I honestly think I know he picked New Orleans up. He
Brandon Bigler dropped them.
yeah, and he might have picked up Carlson.
That's true. I believe Gags dropped them.
Yeah, but that's it. The rest of that team, I believe he drafted, which is tough to do, especially keeping him healthy that long. So,
Maybe the starting. Yeah, maybe not the bench, but the starters. Yeah.
yeah. So
He hasn't really been hurt with injuries.
no. What are you
Dalvin Cook was out for 1 week.
you trying to jinx him?
Of course, always.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get into it. Let's get ready.
All right. All right.
All right. I'll
Okay.
start off. The home team is Josh, since he's got the better record. But they're playing this in Connellsville, Pennsylvania. Starting at quarterback for the Los Angeles Chargers, we have Justin Herbert.
Oh, and for the Possum Magic coming back, man, the man with probably the hottest wife for a quarterback. That's right. I said it. Beats Giselle by a mile. Russell
Agreed.
Wilson
All
versus the LA Rams.
Yes. Oh, wow. Very nice. That's gonna be tough.
Yes.
Starting in the wide receiver 1 position. Now, see, I know Bigler would appreciate this. If you're actually setting your lineup, you make sure that Cooper Kupp is at the top, and then Justin Jefferson,
Right.
and Jamar Chase. Anyway,
Exactly.
starting in WR1, we have Jamar chasing the Dragon, going against Denver. That's a tough matchup.
Oh, all right. For WR1 for Tree Size, Stefan digging the Buffalo Diggs going against Carolina.
All right, WR2, Cooper, my little cup. Oh, going up against Seattle. That's going to be a really interesting game there. A lot of action in that game.
Definitely a lot of action here. And for the wide receiver 2, we've got Trey Quan Smith, the most common name among black folk.
That's tough seeing him play in the wild card. Really tough.
But playing against Tampa Bay, you can throw on Tampa Bay.
That's true.
Just
That's
saying.
true. That's what Tree Size is thinking.
Might surprise you.
Yeah.
Tree Size full of surprises. One day he's an accountant. The next day he's Johnstown's Green Lantern.
You got that right.
So
all right. In the wide receiver 3 spot, the guy I tried to steal from Josh for like the last 2 or 3 weeks of the season. I tried stealing his entire wide receiving core this entire season. He wouldn't budge. And I got this guy moving on up, Justin Jefferson.
that's all you got?
That's all I got.
Okay. All right. For wide receiver 3 for the Tree Size, we've got, I think it's Amon St. Brown, Street Brown with a street cred. He's been getting a ton of targets lately for Detroit. I think it's either 6 or 8 per game. Going against Arizona, another game where they got to throw because they're going to get beat down hard.
Yeah.
Maybe Tree Size here. He's going to be playing the long con against Josh. He's going to play for that garbage time win. And I don't blame him for it. Hey, that's fantasy football right there, baby.
It is. And, St. Brown has been on at least 4 or 5 different teams this year. Somehow he made it onto a starting roster in the playoffs. That's incredible. He was after the second time I tried playing him. All right. In the running back 1 position should be number 2, Clyde the Glide Edwards-Helaire, going up against the Chargers tomorrow night inside a dome. He tried to trade him to me. I had no interest. So here he is. He made the playoffs. So good luck.
All right.
I have to say that's like one of the weakest points of his team.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, so
all right, Brian. Stop interrupting.
Sorry,
Running
sir.
back 1 for Tree Size. Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh, I've got a chub. There he is, Nick Chubb, all over the place, Brian. Guess what, Cleveland? They don't have 11 people on their team. All they're going to do is run versus Las Vegas, who you can run against.
Yes.
Hey, here's the formula for beating the Raiders without Baker Mayfield. Hand off to Chubb. It's just like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Give the ball will in basketball.
That's right. That's right.
Don't do no stupid Alfonso Ribeiro crap where you're trying to take a last second shot and you're terrible. Give it to Nick Chubb.
Yeah. Fair. All right. In the running back 2 position, we have Dalvin. What dislocated shoulder, Cook? I'm ready. You thought I'd be out for the fantasy playoffs. No, I didn't even want to sit 1 week. I was ready to go as soon as I got on the sideline on Monday night. Come see me play. And you know what? It could be the difference maker right here. It could be Dalvin and Justin Jefferson for the win on Monday night. We shall see.
It could be. And we're noticing a trend, Brian. Running back 1? No. He's going to be the running back 2. Cooper Kupp, wide receiver 1? No. Wide receiver 2.
Yeah.
What is Josh doing? He's trying to play the game. He's not playing it right. All right.
He's overthinking it.
He's overthinking it. For Baltimore, going against Green Bay, very tough defense, without Lamar Jackson, most likely. An old retread was on my team. Now on Tree Size has been doing him very well. Devontae Freeman.
Wow. All right. That's a tough one to play, but he got to. All right. In the tight end position, we got the guy that Josh decided to keep instead of, who was it?
AJ Brown.
AJ Brown, which I still think was the wrong choice, but he won.
Not me, man. I thought it was the wrong choice before, but
yeah,
as the season has gone on, it was the right choice.
Yeah, it turned out.
I don't give Josh much, but I'll give him that.
It turned out to be right. He was really, really nervous about those tight ends getting swallowed up, and he's like, I gotta get my boy Andrews. I don't care what it takes. So in the tight end, as his keeper, he's got Mark. I don't know who's going to throw him the ball, but I'm going to still catch it. Andrews.
That's right. And hey, the only thing you should be worried about, Josh, is if it's about a 2-point conversion to win the game, and it's going to go to Andrews. Will he catch it? Because the one that Brian and I were at, it was a big dud.
He should have laid out for that.
He should have been. But we were happy about that.
Yes.
Would have been some overtime. Anyways, for tight ends for Tree Size, you got to love it. Rob Gronkowski, the man, the myth, the fucking legend. This dude parties on yachts like I go outside and take shits. This guy was on the free agent market. Nobody picked him up. Nobody knows why we didn't pick him up for weeks at end. Tree Size just comes into the building. He's like, oh, hey, it's Rob Gronkowski. Yeah, sure. Come join my squad. Guess what? Rob Gronkowski's blowing up now. We're all idiots.
You know, Cordarrelle Patterson was the fab pickup of the year. Gronkowski for free was the actual pickup of the year.
Can't agree more. Sunday night, baby.
Unreal.
Mm-hmm.
In the flex position, starting for Shawshank, he's cooled off, but you know what? He's aiming for a big game. Michael, I hope I'm not in the pits. Pittman Jr. ready to pull Josh out of the pit into the semifinal matchup. And going against New England, that's going to be a tough matchup.
Very tough. All right, and for flexing over here, Tree Size. He's got the only guy I've ever seen clock a woman and knock her out completely. Joe Mixon, great guy, stand-up individual, hell of a left hook.
Sounds like you're cheering him on.
Well, dude, I don't know what that girl said to him, but I mean, I watched the video like 100 times, and I know it's not right to hit a woman, but she might have called him the N-word. She might have called him the J-word.
Who knows?
Who knows what she called him, but whoever it was, he reacted, and dude, it was like whatever that little girl is from Jersey Shore. She got knocked out too. I can't remember her name at the moment, but they didn't put that on TV. They took it off. But dude, I mean,
okay.
Clocker, Oklahoma.
Okay. All right. Starting for in the kicking position, is none other than the sexy Swede, Daniel Carlson.
New contract. Just got like whatever millions of dollars.
Yeah,
All right,
good for him.
I don't know. I think Treesize picked him up. I think he was dropped by a bean. Young Hua Koo for Atlanta.
Yes. And in the defensive slot for Josh, he's playing New Orleans in Tampa Bay against Tampa Bay. I don't like it. But let's take a quick look at his bench. I think that's a foolish move. It's either that. Oh, ouch. It's either that or Seattle versus the Rams.
Right.
Not good. I would go to the waiver wire myself and see what. That's what I would do. I would not play either one of those defenses.
Ouch.
All right.
Over at Treesize's, we've got none other than the star-studded San Francisco defense going against Atlanta. Matt Ryan, Kyle Pitts, nobody else. Maybe Cordell Patterson if you want to say that. But it should be a slobber knocker. All 49ers.
Yeah, you're right about that. All right, Detling. Now let's take a quick look at what we have going here. And I think Josh is going to win this handily. I think Teresa is going to have a really hard time making this competitive. He's going to need a lot of garbage time from Smith and Brown. He's going to need a whole hell of a lot out of Chubb and Mixon. I don't like his matchups except for San Fran and maybe Russell Wilson, but that's still against the Rams. So Josh's matchup is just tasty. Herbert's going to have to match Mahomes. I think Cooper Kupp's going to do really well against Seattle. I'm saying Josh wins this by at least 30, 40 points.
Wow. Really?
Absolutely.
Man, I have to disagree with you, Brian.
Oh my goodness, you're calling the upset.
I'm calling the upset here.
Oh my goodness.
Pulling it out. My reason being, as Craig had pointed out in the recap, which you did not watch,
yes,
did not do your homework.
Yes.
It's terrible. It's like going to Mr. Wadika's class and not doing your algebra 2.
Yeah.
And begging Klinicki and Dave Donato to give you the homework. Not that I've ever, give me the homework. It was fucking hard last night. Klinicki, you fucking bitch. Anyway.
I love it.
It's a Thursday night versus KC. So I'm predicting Thursday nights, all these duds.
Not always.
The majority. Thursday night, KC's defense is just on point right now. They're just I don't know what it is, but they're on fire. Austin Eckler might not play, therefore they can, go zone, possibly play all the who's Herbert going to throw to? I don't know. Plus, Edwards-Helaire. Is that all he's got? Yeah, for Thursday night. I think Wilson's got to throw just as much as Herbert against the Rams. Diggs is better than Chase. Denver's a very tough matchup. Obviously, Kupp carries his whole receiving core.
What?
Treesize. What?
Jefferson,
Cooper Kupp.
Jefferson's a stud.
He's not as big a stud as Coop.
No, I agree with that, but Kupp doesn't just carry that core. He's just he happens to be the shining star.
I disagree. Plus, it's a possibility that Adam Thielen might come back this week, and if so, Treesize, we'll throw him right back into that 3. His 3.
Yeah. That's true.
He cuts his touchdowns. There goes Jefferson's touchdowns. So,
okay.
When it comes to the running backs, Cook is not, when you have a game like 200 some yards, whatever, 2 touchdowns, whatever he had against the Steelers, I don't think he can't repeat that. So it's usually like a letdown the next week.
Yeah.
That's what I've observed. I think Chubb versus the Raiders is a juicy matchup. And I think Devontae Freeman somehow, some way is going to get his. Gronk, man.
You just want this to happen.
Well, of course, I want it to happen, but Gronk versus New Orleans, dude, it's Gronk. I think the bottom, the bottom part of Treesize's lineup here with the San Francisco defense, Mixon, Gronk, and all these guys might be just enough to do it. If not now, when, Brian? If not now,
next year.
Courage, Treesize, courage.
TB20.
TB20.
I will give you that if Thielen comes back and he's healthy,
Yep.
that could be something that puts it closer, definitely closer. If he could sit Brown, that's what I would do personally. Wow, either him or Smith, but that would make it a little bit closer. But I still think Josh steamrolls him.
Really, it's very unfortunate that Elijah Moore here got hurt because he was doing great.
Yeah, that's true.
But I don't know. New England, Michael Pittman versus New England, dude. I don't know, man. It's going to be tougher than you think.
Well, we'll see. Thursday, we'll say a lot.
True. And Tom Brady wants to crush New Orleans.
Oh, yeah. And he will. He probably will.
Yeah, I hope so.
All right, let's move on to our matchup of the week, sir.
All right.
Who would you like to introduce? I don't care. Oh my, what does he have? A trash bag here?
It's a trash bag.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know what that's in reference to.
Yeah, I don't know. Is he taking out the trash?
Is he trying to say that Danny died of AIDS and he's getting thrown away in the trash?
The body bag?
The body bag, sort of?
Yeah.
What is
he just saying disco's garbage?
I think he might be saying disco's garbage.
Wow.
Heartless, man.
Yeah, that's an interesting one.
He's saying that disco's garbage because he doesn't even deserve to be on the same field as Craig, a 6-time Tonto Bowl winner, and disco can't even hold his jock.
I think that's what he's saying. He's like, look at my little level, look at my little diamond level, look at my diamond, and look at your little platinum.
Yeah, right.
Call me basically rock.
He's telling Danny to go die. He's like, I don't give a shit who you are. If you got AIDS, don't matter to me. I'm a champ.
All right.
Who are you introducing?
I'll introduce Craig.
Oh man, nice. Okay.
I'll give you disco.
All right, I'll go first.
Go for it.
Matchup of the week. So incredible. This is a rivalry. This is something that you want to happen. It could have been Brandon versus Josh, but it's Brandon versus Craig.
Yes.
Nobody wants Craig to win. Everybody will freely admit that. You don't want him to win championship.
Never.
Plus it's seven titles. Plus he gets the pot money for the back-to-back title. I don't even know what that's at right now.
Yeah. Plus we have to go back and have a horrible draft somewhere.
Right. We can't get. We're gonna have something great, and then the lesbians are gonna come and ruin it for us. Or even 95 degrees out and with no shade. But then you got Disco over here on the other side. A lot of you guys are rooting for Disco to win. If you guys can't win, you want Disco to win.
Of course.
Because he's gonna dance all over, go bonkers, do his little hip thrust in his men's yoga pants. Probably bang Maggie for fun. Gonna say, give me the draft board. I want to bang Maggie on it. What else is he gonna do? Smoke his joints, cigarette, spread ketchup and roll around in it.
Yes.
His jizz juice. Anyways,
all with the stripper, and he'll be gladly wearing that stripper hat.
That's right, and he's gonna be banging the trophy. You're gonna have to. Whoever gets it after him is gonna have to quarantine it.
Yes.
Be loused.
Yes.
Hell, the varnish might be off of it from how much he's going to jerk on it.
We get it.
Yeah. What I'm saying is,
he painted a vivid picture.
Yeah, he's going to fuck the trophy.
Hey, that's how excited he is.
Yeah, there's going to be a video of it too. So,
leaked.
We are going to see more than we planned on.
It'll be leaked to TMZ, Tonto's, whatever it is, media zone. I don't even know what that stands for.
Tonto's Magic Zillionopol Love Fest. Starting for Disco, we've got the man, the myth, Pat Mahomes for the Kansas City Chiefs going against the Chargers.
I mean, he's no Cordarrelle Patterson, but he is Pat Mahomes.
He is Pat Mahomes. True.
All right. Going up against Matthew Stafford, finally getting on a team that can actually get something done with the biggest the quarterback trade of the century, Goff for Stafford. Stafford's like, finally get me out of Detroit and let me try and get a championship. And hopefully not to help Craig though. We're hoping that doesn't happen.
Definitely not. All right, for wide receiver 1, we've got none other than Tyreek, baby puncher Hill himself. Yes, he's a great
Joke,
player.
Tyreek Hill.
Person. What's that?
What a joke, Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, what a joke. What a joke. Piece of shit. Garbage. Garbage. That's the garbage bag right there. Tyreek Garbage Hill.
Going up against, man, one of the biggest studs in the game, your old boy,
My old boy and Gabby's old boy.
Yes, Devontae Adams. I mean, he could have a monster game this week in Baltimore.
That's true. And how do you recognize greatness, Brian? It's when by the people that copy him.
Yeah, that's true. So you're saying copycatted you, huh?
Yep. And gags.
Okay.
All right. For wide receiver 2, I love this guy, Chris Godwin. We are Penn State, Tampa Bay going against New Orleans. This guy's a hell of a wide receiver. Doesn't get the credit he deserves. Every week, in and out, he performs, catches the ball. It is just a beautiful thing to watch.
It is, and Disco loves him. It's one of his top guys.
Yes, he is. Yes, he does.
And Springfield WR2 Deontay Johnson, and he has had a turnaround year, that's for sure. Especially the game that we watched him play with 2 touchdowns, game-winning touchdown as well. They said, did you hear the interview with Deontay after the game?
Yeah.
Said if this was last year and you had dropped that touchdown, because he dropped a wide open touchdown, how would you have responded compared to this year? He's like, I would have folded up. I would have just folded like a house of cards, and I would have just completely taken myself out of the game. This year, he kind of he forgot about it. He moved on. He scored two touchdowns after that. So, I mean, Deontay Johnson, I think, could have a really good game here. I think he could do well.
I think he could too. I still hate him.
Yeah, fair. I like him.
Drops his. All right. Number 3. Here he is. The Black Rhino, Brian. The Black Rhino. What's he doing on Disco Squad?
I have no idea. He started on my team, hopped around, got passed around like a cheap whore, ended up on Disco's team somehow.
Oh my gosh.
This is his 4th team this year. 4th team.
Wow. He's going against the Rams. Jalen Ramsey, I think he's out on COVID. If he is, he's going to feast. If not, it's going to be really tight. We'll have to see.
And Metcalf, he's that guy that could just put up 40. He doesn't do it often, but he could easily put up 40.
All right.
And what you got? Going for San Fran. Unfortunately, it looks like, as far as I know, Debo's playing. So Brandon Ayuk is going to be taking that back seat again. He's turned the season around a little bit. However, I don't think he's going to be able to match some of the receivers on Disco's side. But he's, commendable WR3.
Commendable. Yes, probably part of the worst trade of the year. With Josh.
Yeah.
I mean, Craig wants to bash you about Alvin Kamara, but he gave, 2 pieces of watered up paper to Josh and called it a day.
Yeah, he basically gave him a garbage bag.
Yeah, pretty much. Miscellaneous items is what we called them. And Josh fell for. He's like, this bag has beans that can grow in a stock. Magic green beans.
Yeah.
All righty, moving on. Holy moly, this guy's freaking took the fantasy world by storm, Brian. This guy should be the MVP in the league if he keeps this up. I know it's a quarterback award, but that's how good he is. It shouldn't even matter. And he would be the number 1 overall pick next year if Disco did not have him for one more year. We're talking none other than JT Taylor, Jonathan Taylor, the man. This guy freaking 4 touchdowns in a game? Is that what it was? Or was it 5?
4.
I think it was 5.
I think it was 5, yeah, because your boy had 4.
My guy had 4. Yeah, he's got 16 touchdowns right now.
Yeah.
The dude is on fire. He's got 1,300 yards rushing. I mean, holy moly.
Unfortunately, he's playing against New England this week, so you know that Belichick is going to be dialed in and basically doing everything he can to shut him down, take him out of the game, make Pittman and everybody Wentz.
Right.
So that's going to be tough for Taylor, but I still think he does okay.
That is true. That is something to consider.
Yes. And going up against Melvin Gordon the third in Denver, playing against Cincinnati. Melvin Gordon, I don't know. It's just a ho-hum running back. He might get you a touchdown. He might not.
He had 2 touchdowns last week.
I know. He had like a 50-yard run or something.
Did he had like 100-some yards? It was ridiculous. He shouldn't be playing. It should be the Javonte Williams show.
Agreed. But you know what? Craig does get lucky when it comes to playoff time. So I hope he doesn't. Hopefully, lightning doesn't strike twice there.
I agree. Now, all right, for wide receiver. For running back too, this guy got it. Nobody thought twice about.
Yeah.
Well, he wasn't even the starter in everybody's eyes. Uncle Lenny Fournette over here. We thought Rojo was going to be the man. So did Gags. He kept them. What a wasted of a keeper that was.
Yep.
But here comes Fournette. Obviously, he begins to catch passes. He never did that before.
No.
So he's going against New Orleans. So that actually probably should be good for him. He could be a real surprise here. Not a surprise, but a welcome addition to the arsenal of players that Disco has.
Yes. I mean, that player hit so hard, like for Disco, I couldn't believe, like Lenny Fournette is like one of the top running backs in the league. Never, ever saw that coming.
Right. Yeah. And usually, like,
Brady
playing that game here or there, it just disappears. But this year it hasn't happened.
All right. And now for Craig, we've got Miles. We are Sanders. I mean, again,
you got to be from Penn State to say we are.
Sorry.
You, we are the lesbian university, the lesbian bridge or whatever it was.
Again, nothing really that moves the needle for me. Doesn't excite me. Miles Sanders, how is he in the playoffs? I don't know.
Doesn't excite me either. It's Philadelphia, and they don't really run the ball.
No.
They don't do anything. I don't know. They're just very unorthodox.
Yeah, they got Jalen Hurts, So.
We all know Gardner Minshew is he's the answer. Nobody wants to give him the props. Minshew mania, man. He moved that ball. He won the game for him. He threw it all over the place. Got the Fu Manchu. He should be a starter. Jalen Hurts, he's not good. He's not. Oh well. Anyway, I forgot I introduced next.
That's all right.
For tight end, we've got Zach Ertz, who used to be formerly taken over the spot of Waller the Baller.
Yes.
He comes in versus Detroit. Bigler's loving his juicy matchup. He got this morsel of a pick, this sardine, this anchovy of a deal, just tossed in there. Just
it was, yeah. And when we did the deal, he wanted Hawkinson, but I was like, nah, that's too steep for me. So I said, I'll give you Ertz. Ertz is probably the better tight end to have in this situation right now.
I would say so. Especially with D-Hop out.
Right. Nobody's predicting D-Hop to go out for the rest of the season. So he's instantly going to get more targets. And it was one of the guys I picked up for next to nothing on the waiver wire, but he's going to be useful in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Going up against Mike, we are Gesicki. Is he from Penn State? Is he Penn State?
Yes, he is.
I thought so. Miami's tight end going up against the Jets. That could be a good game for him. I mean, he's gonna need him to perform, at a high level.
They definitely are gonna need him to perform at a high level. And versus the Jets, like you said, definitely could be a field day for Gesicki.
Could be.
I don't really know of any linebackers that can cover tight ends like him on the Jets.
No, he's more of a receiver than a tight end anyway.
That's what tight ends are these days.
That's true. If you're a tight end, you're not playing. You got to be a wide receiver.
Pretty much. Hey, there's only one real tight end in the NFL, Brian. His name's
Tony Gonzalez.
Yeah, he retired, but he was one of the real ones.
Okay.
George motherfucker.
Shannon Sharp.
No. Shut up. It's Kittle, and you know it. The guy's a beast.
All right.
In the flex. I mean, what is there to say? here's this guy. So Bigler's just walking down the street, and he's in New York City, and he sees this guy selling Rolexes. Here's a Rolex watch. And he goes and he buys it for $10 and a bag of peanuts, and he goes to the jewelry store, and turns out it's a Rolex. He got a real watch because the idiot gave him the Rolex, thinking it was a Rolex, but it was a Rolex.
That's good. That's good.
Bigler makes out on this right now. We got Kamara versus Tampa Bay. They're going to have to dump it off to him. It's going to be, Kamara by a mile.
He's probably going to put up a lot of points. Yep.
That got the gold grill.
Yeah. He had a really underwhelming regular season, being injured, just quarterbacks going back and forth. It was just a really rough regular season, but he's primed to perform here in the playoffs. That's for sure. And
yes.
I wish he was on my team in the playoffs, but alas, I'm going to. All right. And Craig, for some reason, has Chase Edmonds playing here. He's on the IRR. So I'm not sure why he doesn't have somebody like T. Higgins in there.
Well, he might be returning. They haven't said yet whether he's going to return.
Okay.
So if he does, he's probably 12-point projection, we can assume, or something.
Right. Yeah, that's fair. About a 12-point projection.
Going against Detroit.
Going against Detroit. D-Hop's out, so it's he's probably going to hoping that he gets a little bit more work than he normally would, get some of that garbage time because he'll probably be in the lead. Chase Edmonds. All right, we'll see if he comes back. If not, I'm assuming he'll probably play his boy T. Higgins.
Right.
I don't know. I'd probably have T. Higgins in there.
Does Cincinnati play?
Okay.
Who's Cincinnati play?
They are playing Denver. Maybe that's why.
Denver. Yeah. Okay. Well, we shall see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see what he does.
All right, for kickers, Matt Prater versus Detroit.
All right, going up against Nick Folk in the Dome in Indianapolis.
Hey, Prater's in the Dome in Detroit, and Prater played for Detroit before.
Yeah, that's true. Very true.
I think he had the longest field goal, or he was tied for the longest field goal before Tucker broke that record.
Oh, okay. For what,
465, I think? Yeah. Okay, for defense here.
Pretty
Arizona defense versus Detroit. Where do you get that from, Brian?
The bottom half of his lineup is from me.
Wait, Prater?
No. Mine is Prater.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, wow.
Yeah.
Hell of a matchup.
Yes. And then Craig's got Miami against the Jets. That's going to be very, very
hell of a matchup too.
Yeah, and they're at Miami's at home, so that'll be a really tasty matchup. All right. Now that we've dissected this a little bit deeper, my initial thought was that, Disco's going to run away with this, but the more we looked a little closer, I think it's going to be a little bit tighter. Disco's got a clear advantage at running back. Head and shoulders. And I still think he has the advantage at wide receiver as well. But Craig has some nice matchups, and Disco has some tough matchups.
Right.
I don't like JT versus New England. And I don't know. Gesicki versus the Jets, Edmonds versus Detroit. I don't know. I don't know. What are you thinking?
You can't do that. You can't deflect on it without making your decision.
Well, I'm going to tell you my decision right now. Craig said a lot will be known after tomorrow's game. And I know everyone thinks Thursday games are letdowns. Well, I don't think KC is going to let down at all. I think they're going to put the pedal to the metal. They know that the Chargers are going to be going for it on fourth down wherever they can. And I think the Chiefs score every chance they possibly get. They're on a roll right now, and I think the Disco rides that wave I think the Chiefs put up a lot of points, and I think Mahomes and Hill's due for a big game too. He hasn't had a real big game recently. I'm giving it to Disco overall on the strength of Mahomes, Hill, and then his running back core. I mean, he doesn't have a lot of weak spots here. He's a couple tough matchups, but no weak spots.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna respectfully agree with you, Brian. I think it's gonna be very close. I think. I mean, I think. Oh boy, man, this is a tough one. Even though the projections here 165, but if he puts in something like 175, 180,
Probably about 180. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Bigler on the strength. I do think that Mahomes and them will throw all over the Chargers. I think Taylor, even though you're trying to bottle him up, I still think he can get some yards. And
Yeah.
Uncle Lenny, dude. I think oh man, I'm like struggling with this.
It's crazy that Sunday night game. He's got both featured running backs. That's going to be crazy.
Yeah, well, no, New England Colts is a Saturday game.
No, I'm talking about the Sunday night game, Fournette versus Kamara.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go with Bigler. My computer keeps going back to other things here. But it's gonna be rough. It's gonna because I think Nick Folk, believe it or not, is gonna have like 20 points or something crazy.
He could.
Yeah,
Gesicki and Edmonds could have a big game. Miami could have a big game. But
right.
But
I think Disco wins by 5.
Yeah, I think he's going to win by a little bit more than that, but I think he pulls out the win. And I'm excited to watch this matchup. I really am. I'm really excited to see how this shakes out.
Me too. And I'm also excited to be at the Steeler game this Sunday versus Tennessee and just be able to watch football.
That's true, because you're on the bye.
Right. I don't have to worry about it.
Because if you weren't on the bye, you'd be checking your phone,
I would be. I probably wouldn't even go to the game. Probably be sitting on the couch getting all pissed off.
Yeah, I hear you. The Tennessee game should be interesting. I mean, it's meaningful, definitely meaningful.
Right.
Because Tennessee they're currently a playoff team, right?
Oh yeah, I think they're like second overall.
Yeah. So I mean, we can't really lose more than maybe one game if the Steelers won't have a chance. I don't really have high hopes for the Steelers, but they play better at home. They always do.
They do. Hey, I'm just going to watch Ben Roethlisberger, man. Last couple games here before he retires.
I think it's a good choice. Good choice. It should be a good game.
Yeah. So matchups are quality. It's a great 4 teams.
Yeah.
They, like I said, the league this year. I mean, everybody's 8-6. You know what I mean? It's like 2 10-4s, and then 4 teams 8-6. So there's no easy way of picking a winner for the whole thing.
No.
It can go either way for every matchup.
Absolutely. Yeah, there are favorites, but it could swing either way. Nobody blinked that.
This might be the tightest year that we've had.
Yeah, it's possible, like from top to bottom.
Yeah.
Because usually there's like one team that like might only have like 1 or 2 wins, but two teams with 4 wins, a couple teams with 5 wins. I think you're right. But I do believe that the 6 teams that got in are the ones that should have gotten in.
I agree.
I mean, Bean was that bubble team. He had a decent team, but I guess him or Tree Size could have, either one of those could have probably gone in there. But Tree Size had a good, strong beginning of the year, and obviously Bean had a strong end of the year. But I think the 6 teams that are in there are all deserving, and those are the ones that should be in there.
And you don't have to say it. I know that you also agree that the regular season champion is who it's supposed to be.
And you told me that it's the first time you ever won regular season champ.
I feel like it is. I can't remember if there ever was a time where I was first place overall at the end of the year.
Yeah. So
It's almost like getting the first overall pick in the draft, but this one you can't yank out from underneath me.
you'll never let me live that down.
I will not.
I'm sure you're going to be on the edge of your seat, making sure nobody's getting hurt on your team. Might be a good idea to rest your team this week. If you,
I'll just put them all on the bench, man.
That's right. That's
I'm
right.
just gonna rip them.
Even give them like a positive COVID test, but they're asymptomatic. They can't play. Then they have to just rest up and they play next week for you.
That's my whole, since I'm off, my whole week basically is flying to other cities, going to the stadiums, talking with the coaches, explaining them to my the plight of the injured Jags and saying, you got to rest these guys. It's not worth it.
Are you spreading COVID across the country?
I'm just spreading rumors across the country. That will magically disappear the next week.
Okay.
So, but it should be a hell of a playoff week,
Yes.
and wish them the best. I have people I'm rooting for, obviously, as people have other people they're rooting for.
That's right, and I'm just rooting for a Tonto Demise champion that has 0 championships.
Oh man.
Yeah. So, oh my goodness, look at Belichick at the last minute. I couldn't tell you. Go
On to Cincinnati.
Unabomber.
Unabomber. I need a bigger beard.
All right. Any final words?
Final words. Yeah, sure. Nobody get hurt, please. Nobody get COVID. Wish nothing but the best for everybody. There can only be 2 winners. There can only be 2 losers. If you're one of the losers, you suck. If you're one of the winners, congratulations. Getting close to Christmas. I guess Christmas will be the week. Was 16 playoffs?
It'll be the semifinal.
Right. Okay.
Normally it's the Tonto Bowl. That'll be
right.
Strange.
Yeah.
So, you won't find out until about New Year's if you won the whole thing or not.
Oh man, jeez.
Yeah.
I'd rather have it happen on New Year's than Christmas because I think I was there. I think I was in a championship during Christmas and maybe I lost. I don't know. I just remember it sucking.
Yeah.
Or maybe I won. I can't. All I know is it was stressful. Christmas should not be stressful.
I agree.
You should be having your eggnog or hot toddies, or opening up your presents with people
with a clear, free mind.
Yeah. That's right. Free your mind, and the rest will follow. Don't be colorblind. Don't be so shallow.
Right, no more Guinness for you.
In Vogue.
In Vogue. Thank you.
You're welcome. You would never got it.
You channeled that black women group so well.
You should see me do the giving him something he can feel song.
Oh, nice.
I wear the same red dress that they do in that music video with the gloves that come all the way up to the elbows. Oh, as a teenager, that was something special.
Oh, absolutely. That was a great video.
Yeah, that made me want to date a black woman. Unfortunately, there was none of them around Winburn.
For obvious reasons.
What was a black girl? Those don't exist.
Nope, not
unless you open up a history book in one of your classes.
Oh my goodness.
Just saying. That's what it was.
It's true.
Yeah. You ask somebody what's a black girl in Winburn, and everybody basically takes you down a terrible path.
Mm-hmm. It's true. There's usually like one.
Yeah. Maybe. Exactly. One. Oh yeah, Ellie Carter, but she wasn't in our class.
There was another one in my class. I can't remember her name. She was only there for like a year or 2. Anyway. Very strange note to end our podcast on.
Sure is. In Vogue. Beautiful. Wonderful.
Are you ready, Detling?
I'm always ready, Brian. Terrible, Brian. Terrible.